The following contest is your main event scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Tampa, Florida, weighing over 300 pounds, Big E Langston.
Well, in recent weeks that we have seen Big E Langston in action, he has been more dominant and more aggressive than ever.
Look at the arms of Big E Langston. They're bigger than everybody in the crowd's thighs.
What kind of car was it that he picked up again?
I'll tell you that story in a minute. It's a great story.
His opponent from Brooksville, Florida, weighing 235 pounds, Bo Dallas!
Well, you can just tell by the ovation inside the FCW arena, Bo Dallas, one of the most celebrated superstars in the history of this company. Boy, is this an intriguing matchup or what?
Well, I'm certainly intrigued. That's why I'm not just watching as possible works here.
As a young competitor, when you look at pacing across the ring, a monster like Big E Langston, not just a physical specimen, but a very intelligent man. How do you start to even think how you can compete against him? But Bo Dallas, as I've said, I've never seen anybody in this industry who's got the fire and the energy that this young man has. So nothing will stop him succeeding in his quest to being, you know, a future Hall of Famer and a superstar that will be on everybody's lips for 100 years.
Well, see, William, I can see how you would wonder how you would attack a man like Big E. I can tell you that what I would do, and that would be go right for the lower back. Many people may go for the leg, but I think the lower back is what really weakens a guy like Big E, because that's where he pulls more of his strength from. So it'll be really interesting to see what Bo will be doing.
That's a great strategy, but don't forget this is a man that deadlifts 700 pounds. Obviously, his lower back is going to be incredibly, you know, rebars of muscle down his spine. And very flexible as well. That's another thing you can't really tell from seeing him here, but this is a man that can bridge with his nose touching the mat and his feet flat on the floor for several minutes at a time. That is an impressive individual.
That is completely true, but if you know as many holds as I do, I'm sure I can wear him down. That's the confidence I have.
Yes.
And I'm sure Bo has a similar confidence, because every time I wrestle Bo never stops. He's a wild man in that ring.
Well, look! Imagine the pain that Bo Rotundo's head has to be in with Big E Langston. I mean, several times Bo has tried to break out of that headlock, but to no avail with those 22-inch arms of Big E.
And that is a headlock. Some people apply what I call a head squeeze, which is using the soft part of the forearm. Big E Langston was using the bone of his forearm against the cheekbone of Bo Rotundo there. And likewise going back the other way here.
Bo Rotundo trying to return the favor, and so far he is.
That's why the people who know how to apply headlocks correctly, usually you see that the people that compete against them end up with swollen sides of the faces and cauliflower ears, because that's how you do the damages with that bone of the forearm.
You know, a lot of superstars in there with a competitor the caliber of a Bo Dallas, you know, may have some nervous jitters, little trepidation, but you see absolutely none of that with Big E Langston. I mean, here's a man who is confident, and he shows it in everything he does.
He has a tremendous presence. That's what I've always thought about Big E Langston. When he just, doesn't matter how big he, you know, obviously the physical size of the man, but just his presence. When you just look at his face, if you didn't see the muscle mass that he has, he carries himself with such awe.
Well, he knows that he's strong and he knows that he's very smart, so I think that's the way he carries himself.
Oh, watch Big E. Langston just running over Bo Dallas.
Are you going to tell us this car story?
Yeah, I was actually going to get to it, but you two were...
I've been waiting to hear it.
All right, so at the recent live event, FCW live event, there was a car that parked in Big E's car, and Big E wanted to leave after the show, and he couldn't. So he got upset, and what he did is he lifted that other car up, deadlifted that car up, and pushed it out of the way so he could leave. And that's one of the most impressive feats of strength that I've ever seen. You know, and I'm known for my feats of strength.
Yes, you are. You're an incredibly strong individual. Big E Langston, I'm always saying this, I would love to see Mark Henry mentor Big E Langston. I think he would be absolutely unstoppable.
Oh, definitely.
That's a scary combination.
And it wasn't a small car, it was a big car too. It was like a town car.
I heard a similar story to the legendary Dominic Pye, who was from my hometown of Blackpool, very famous wrestler, the son of Jack Pye, who was probably Britain's most famous wrestler. And he did the same thing once outside of South Pier in Blackpool. Takes an incredible man to pick up a car.
And look there. Speaking of incredible, Bo Dallas fighting for his life, trying to just break out of the bear hug, but Big E quickly counters.
See, that's what I like about Big E as well. He's not afraid to pick up some dirty tricks and pull Bo by his hair.
Cover here. And one would imagine that whoever wins this match will have serious implications when it comes to the Florida Heavyweight Championship.
Look at Bo. He's not staying down. He always tries to fight back up.
That's the thing. We've seen over the past several months here. Look what's happened to Bo Dallas. I mean, this is a young man that had his kidney split in half, and he's here today. I mean, that would have finished nearly anybody, and myself included, you know, that we could all brag about what we've accomplished. Who could possibly come back from such an injury? That's sometimes you wonder whether it's to the detriment of his health, that he's willing to. Nothing will stop this young man succeeding. And I know he will. I know he will. You know, what else could you say? A man with a split kidney who is healed up and is back competing, and he wants nothing more than to be the FCW champion or the WWE champion or World Heavyweight champion.
A true testament to the resiliency of Bo Dallas, but you can almost sense that being to his detriment as well, as Big E has continually targeted the lower back and kidney area.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, Big E's a smart man, and who wouldn't target the kidney area of Bo Dallas if you know that backstory?
Oh my God!
If you know that backstory and see that move as well, went right to the kidneys.
That could very well be it for Bo Dallas. Hook of the leg by Big E.
There's that resiliency again.
Take a look at it again. Bo Dallas, his body almost ricocheting off the knee of Big E Langston. Wow.
Bo Dallas never quits. You know, some people say that's because he's not that smart, but he certainly keeps fighting back.
And you see the look of intensity on the face of Big E.
Oh, that might have cost him some 40 seconds right there.
Oh, Dallas.
If you're a big man like Big E and you hit that turnbuckle that hard, that will knock the wind out of you, a man any size, especially a man like Big E.
The fact that Bo Dallas is even moving right now is a testament to his ability.
Look how the momentum changes right here with Bo Dallas taking Big E off his feet.
Oh, but how quickly things change.
That's a man mountain there.
And Bo Dallas, Bo's not even moving. Uh-oh, not again. Not again. Bo this time counters out of the way. Spear! Is that it? He got him.
Here is your winner, Bo Dallas!
I'm absolutely dumbfounded that Bo Dallas survived such an onslaught from Big E Langston. That goes to show what a true warrior this young man is.
See, you can't give Bo Dallas 1 second to hit that spear. That spear is so dangerous.
Well, take a look at it. Survival is right. Just when you think Bo Dallas was done, is able to duck out of the way and immediately connect with that spear enough to pin the shoulders of Big E Langston for 3 seconds.
Yeah, I don't like Bo Dallas, but I have to give him credit for that. That was quite the feat to pull off.
Folks, Bo Dallas, tremendous victory, and now all eyes turn to next week. The rematch of rematches. The Florida Heavyweight Championship on the line as Seth Rollins will defend against Dean Ambrose. For myself, Byron Saxton, Antonio Cesaro, and William Regal, we'll see you next week.